Well, welcome back to Hot August Nights. I'm Alan Taylor. We're inside the Grand Sierra Resort, the Grand Theater. Beautiful place. We're going to be showing a Snake and Mongoose movie. Don the Snake Prudhomme will be here with us. And right now I have Steve Ling from Ford Motor Company. Steve, how you doing?
Always a pleasure, Alan.
Steve is the head of car marketing for Ford Motor Company, an old friend of mine and a good guy. I happen to drive a Ford, I'll say that. I have a Shelby GT500, and I'm a big Ford fan. I'm a big car fan. But here at Hot August Nights, we have the entire hobby, the collective soul of everything we love about that hobby. And Steve's another one of those car guys, aren't you?
Well, and that's why you love coming here, because the people that you meet,
Yeah.
you know, the best car guys, they ask the right questions. So people go, you know, why do you come from like a business standpoint? Well, these are the people that, you know, if I'm your buddy and I want to think about buying a car, who am I going to talk to? I'm going to talk to somebody who knows what they're talking about.
Right, right.
And that's the people that come to Hot August Nights.
Yeah. So you are one of our celebrity judges as well. And I started talking to you about the cars, and I'm explaining my thought process, and I said, you know, sound is important to me. I want to hear that car run. I want to know what it brings out of me when I hear it. It creates a whole new emotion, right?
You got it.
And I told you a story about one car, and when you pointed at that car, you said, what about that car? That story really affected you, didn't it? And so when you're judging, the story is part of the value of the judgment for me on these cars behind us.
Oh, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Because you know you got to look at the output, right?
Yeah.
To be fair to everybody, but you find out almost all these cars, the heart and soul that got put into it.
Yeah.
And some just, you know, you can't make it up. I mean, they're just so, the stories are great. It's these father-son stories, father-daughter stories about how they did it together and got closer. But ultimately, you know, you use that as part, like you said, with the sound, with you know, all the aspects of what they did to put together that car, and then what it looks like in the end. And that's what I love. What you've done here for the hobby is you didn't have like one definition of what is good. And that's what goes on in a place like Hot August Nights. You got different definitions
Right.
of what people like, and you found a great cross section. So
Yeah.
you made our job pretty difficult.
Well, it was hard on me every single day, and I went out and hand selected these cars.
Yeah.
So I'm having a car show on one day, and then I'm having to go out and find tomorrow's cars. And to me, that's what I do. If I'm a car guy at a car show, I go out each day and fall in love 25 times again, right? So part of, again, my story here with these cars was the story. And there was one story that was very interesting. It was a 63 Impala. It was 3 generations worked on the car. And one of our sponsors is Craftsman, and I said to the guy, well, do you use any Craftsman tools? He goes, what do you mean? I sell Craftsman tools. I said, really? He said, yeah. And he says, I have an Ace hardware store. And he started telling me, he says, my son did the paint job and did the restoration, and my grandson did 3 generations. And the car won its category. Not because of the tools or anything else, but it was impeccable. And so those stories, they're part of the value. The one car behind us, the Crown Victoria, the guy bought it when he was 16 years old. When he was 16 years old, he cut the hardtop off and made it a removable hardtop convertible. When he was 16, he's probably 65 now, and he's owned the car all these years. So when I hear these stories, it affects my decision process. And that to me is what the hobby is about. It's not just how beautiful the car is, because they're all beautiful. It's all of what it takes, the soul of the vehicle. And I think vehicles do have souls.
You and me both.
Yeah.
And
Well, thank you for being one of our judges. Gosh, I mean, we got Honda in here, we got Parnelli Jones, we got Ford Motor Company, we got all these great celebrity judges, and you're one of them. Steve Ling, Ford Motor Company. Thank you, man.
Always a pleasure.
See, we have great judges, making sure that we have the best cars, the best judges, and now it's time to give away $5,000 bucks, and I'm going to do it. Thanks for watching.